You have to be optimistic. Really loaded team that won a championship already.
Well, obviously, it's great to have so many guys that played a lot of football games coming back for the 2021 season, but every year's a new year. Just because we were good at something a year ago doesn't guarantee that we'll be good at it this year. So our guys have been hard at work all off season. Nobody's talked about last year. That's in the past now, and we're just focused on right now and what we can control moving forward, trying to have a great finish to the summer workout program and then get training camp started here on August 3rd. But it's great to return a lot of guys that have played a lot of football games, and obviously the two young men that are with us today, and Brandon Martin and Drew Plitt, are such great representatives of what our program's all about.
Yeah, really, exceptional guys, in the classroom as well as on the field. Really the kind of leaders that any coach would love to teach, right?
No question. These guys have had, these guys have both already graduated. They're both working on their masters. We just had Bryce Causey that was recognized as an academic All-American going into the season, only the 22nd player in the history of our program to accomplish that. So that tells you a lot about our guys and how they're taking care of business in the classroom. They're taking care of business on the football field, and they're representing the community the right way. So, that's what you work hard to try to develop in terms of a culture and the kind of young men that you try to raise in your program.
Watching those press conferences, those final few games, you really felt heartfelt emotion from everybody there about just how this thing came together.
Very appreciative of President Mearns and Beth Getz, our athletic director, just to have the opportunity to continue to lead our program, and I'm thankful that they looked at the big picture. They saw the strides that we were making on the field. Were the gains happening as fast as you would like? Probably not, but I also am appreciative they were looking at what we were doing in the classroom, off the field, and how we were raising young men and how they were graduating and how they were taking care of business. And so it's just, it's a great example of, what you can accomplish if you just keep working hard and you keep believing. And, I look back at the 2017 season when we were getting beat by 30 and 40 points a game, and it was ugly. But all of our guys that were seniors on this last team and coming back again, they went through those growing pains, and they were very appreciative of, what it took to get out of that, and the amount of hard work and blood, sweat, and tears that it took to help us enjoy a season like we did. So players certainly deserve all the credit, and again, very appreciative that President Mearns and Beth Getz allowed us the opportunity to continue to lead this program.
Think about things like the NIL changes, maybe the playoff changes. Is the playing field being leveled somewhat in terms of maybe what someone might interpret as a destination job?
Yeah, it's hard to say for sure exactly what all will happen because of result of the name, image, likeness, but I'm in full support of it, and I embrace it, and I'm happy for our players to try to capitalize and have an opportunity to generate some income. And in some ways, you're kind of being a businessman, if you will, and perhaps you might have to do taxes and all those things. So I'm excited for our guys. That's great to think about the endless possibilities that exist from that, and I want to help in any way, shape, or form that I can for those guys to capitalize on that. And hey, listen, we'll learn something new tomorrow or in a month from now that we don't know right now, but we'll be ready for that, and we'll try to help our guys and help our student athletes capitalize on that.
Working with the Bear Bryant Award, is that kind of recognition something that what would that mean if even more on the consideration for an award like that?
That's not for me to decide. I leave that up to those in the media or whoever's involved in that decision-making process. I know I'm just proud to be the head coach at my alma mater and want to do the best I can to help, continue having success as a program and developing young men that, not only are successful on the football field, but are ready to go for life after football whenever that day arrives. So I'm just fortunate to be in this position of, being able to lead young men and help them be set up for a great future and for life after football.
And what does it mean to have that kind of role model? Maybe the kids that don't even play for you, but you recruit and you form these relationships. What does that mean to kind of make that time, over the years with so many young guys?
Yeah, that's such, to me, the one part of recruiting that's so important is just building a relationship, because when a family drops off their son, they got to know that he's going to be in good hands and he's going to be taken care of, and he's going to be pushed to reach his full potential. And so take a lot of pride in that role, and very fortunate to be in that position, and certainly don't take one day for granted that way. And so, work hard to try to continue to develop relationships and make sure that all these young men know that Ball State's a great place to be.